Did you know that McDonald's isn't really in the burger business? Most people assume their billions come from fries and Big Macs, but that's only the surface. The real fortune is hidden in plain sight, in real estate. Yes, the same company serving millions of burgers every day actually owns a $40 billion real estate empire. One of the smartest business moves in history. While competitors scramble over menu trends, McDonald's quietly collects rent from thousands of locations worldwide. Franchise owners run the stores, but McDonald's controls the land, the buildings, and the pricing. It's like being a landlord to an army of entrepreneurs, while staying the king of fast food. Every time you bite into a burger, you're actually feeding a business machine built on strategic land control, monopoly rents, and leverage that most people never notice. The story begins in 1940s California, where brothers Richard and Maurice McDonald ran a small burger stand. They perfected the speedy service system, turning fast food into an assembly line operation. But they weren't thinking about building a billion-dollar empire, at least not yet. Enter Ray Kroc, a struggling milkshake machine salesman. In 1954, he visited the brothers' diner and saw something no one else did. A business model that could scale infinitely if done right. He didn't just see burgers. He saw franchise potential, brand control, and above all, property leverage. Kroc's genius was simple but revolutionary. Own the land. Every franchisee would run the store, pay royalties on sales, and pay rent for the property, which McDonald's owned. Suddenly, the company wasn't dependent on food profits alone. It was earning from the foundations themselves. Literally, the ground beneath every store. By the late 1950s, Ray Kroc had started franchising aggressively. But he didn't just sell the idea of a hamburger. He sold the idea of a business in a box, anchored on land he controlled. Each franchise agreement included not only fees for operations, but rent on McDonald's real estate, often based on a percentage of sales. This model created an army of motivated franchisees, but McDonald's remained in control. Even if a store failed, McDonald's still owned the property. Every location became a cash-generating asset, independent of the food business. Expansion wasn't random. Kroc and his team studied demographics, highways, and local markets. They selected prime locations that would maximize foot traffic and long-term value. The combination of strategic placement and property ownership created a recurring revenue stream far beyond the burger counter. By the 1970s, McDonald's had thousands of stores, each contributing not only to food sales, but to the real estate portfolio that would eventually surpass $40 billion. Competitors tried to imitate the franchising model, but few grasped the real genius: controlling the land, not just the menu. By the 1980s, McDonald's had become a global franchise powerhouse. But Kroc and his team didn't stop at land ownership. They refined a system to maximize recurring revenue. Franchisees were now paying rent, royalties, and service fees, creating multiple income streams from a single location. Expansion abroad brought new challenges. Different countries had unique real estate laws, currency risks, and market behaviors. McDonald's adapted by controlling key locations, airports, highways, and city centers, ensuring premium traffic and pricing power. Competitors tried to replicate the model, but most only focused on food. Few realized the real secret: owning prime property, not selling burgers, was the true engine of unmatched wealth. Here's the wealth lesson: control the underlying asset, not just the product. McDonald's proves that owning land creates long-term leverage, recurring revenue, and monopoly-like power. Another insight: scale strategically. McDonald's didn't just open every possible store. They chose locations that maximized value and minimized risk. This is the principle behind any sustainable empire. Focus on the choke points others depend on. Timing and patience are also critical. Kroc spent decades perfecting the system, building franchise agreements, rent structures, and global expansion strategies before the full payoff arrived. Today, McDonald's owns thousands of properties worldwide, generating billions in rent and royalties each year. Even as food trends change, the real estate backbone ensures stability and growth. New technology, delivery services, and global expansion are enhancing profits. But the core principle remains unchanged: control the land and the revenue flows. Franchisees handle operations. McDonald's handles the long-term wealth engine. If you enjoyed uncovering how McDonald's makes billions not from burgers, subscribe now for more hidden empire secrets. Don't miss our next video. We'll reveal another empire quietly controlling billions while the world focuses on something else entirely.